You know, there's a little change in the lineup tonight. Rabbi Iggy is going to do the opening drash. And then I'm going to do the Torah drash this week. Have something different. What can I tell you? So, we have a few seconds. We want to again publicly acknowledge Ed and Lori's engagement. And it is that time. It's good Shabbos time.
Crying, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really like to ask. The hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own. Believe me, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. As it was in the beginning, one love, so shall it be in the end. One heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and fight this holy Armageddon. One love, and when the man comes, there will be no doom. One heart, pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Well. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. As it was in the beginning. One love, oh Lord. One heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
Okay, now we got Bim Bam, just to get more into Shabbos, because Shabbos is all about one love, one heart. That's it. We're all beating the same. We're doing this all over the world. We're celebrating Shabbat. We're bringing it in. So let's sing to each other. Shabbat Shalom.
Bam, Shabbat Shalom. 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 Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam.
Here you go.
It's okay. I can speak.
Here.
I have a loud voice. You can hear me?
Yes.
What?
Fine. I have a tshuva to make. This Shabbat, I want to read a story with you that comes from one of the most unlikely sources, for me at least. People who know me might gasp when I'm about to say the name of this book. But I want to bring you a story from the Zohar, from Kabbalah. Yes, the mystical, Kabbalistic, esoteric text. And my tshuva is about the dismissal, the resistance, or the lack of
She's one of the other ones.
Good. Yes, exactly. Go. So it's really about the lack of respect. Many of you know, and those who don't, I grew up in a very Litvak and a very sort of non-Hasidic, ultra-Orthodox community. And in yeshiva, the Zohar is a hidden text. It's a secretive text for all sorts of different reasons, perhaps too secretive, too dangerous, too erotic, I don't know, different elements. But even people who studied it, who study Talmud and stuff all the time, don't really study it. And in many ways, it's only studied when you're only supposed to study it when you're 40, after you're 40, after you have children and a partner, and after you've studied the Talmud 7 times, which takes a long time. If you study 1 page of Talmud, the Daf Yomi, it takes about 7 years. And I realized, well, now I can actually study it, but I realized that a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, there was an email, there was a Facebook post sent that Daniel Matt, who's an expert in mystical Judaism, perhaps the most expert academic in mystical Judaism and Kabbalah, is going to teach a course. And for many years, I've dismissed it. Kabbalah, woo-woo, Narishkeit. It's really not for the intellectual, the Litvak. It's all this sort of feeling and mystical and God and all that. It's not important. But I realized at that moment, and mostly because of the work I've been doing here for the past years, so Mark and Harriet, thank you as always, that perhaps I'm a little bit afraid of it. So I decided, okay, I'll enroll. And I did. And guess what? It's kind of amazing. And what I realized other thing, and that's part of my teshuvah, is that, you know, I just didn't understand it. And maybe the traditions are right, and maybe I needed to be over 40 and have a partner and have kids, and maybe I needed to really dive into this to study it. And now I'm starting to understand, perhaps because of the brilliance of Daniel Matt. But we studied a story, and I want to share this story with you. And it should be, on the screen. There was a man who lived in the mountain. He knew nothing about those who lived in the city. He sowed wheat and ate the kernels raw. One day he entered the city. They offered him good bread. The man asked, "What's this for?" They replied, "It's bread to eat." He ate, and it tasted very good. He asked, "What's it made of?" They answered, "Wheat." Later they offered him thick loaves kneaded with oil. He tasted them and asked, "And what are these made of?" They answered, "Wheat." Later they offered him royal pastry kneaded with honey and oil, like baklava. He asked, "And what are these made of?" They answered, "Wheat." He said, "Surely I am the master of all these, since I eat the essence of all these wheat." Because of that he knew nothing of the delights of the world, which were lost on him. So it is with one who grasps the principles, but is unaware of all those delectable delights diverging from the principle. So what's the story really about? And I wanted to open this Shabbat with it. What is it, and when we can't see the sticky, beautiful, delectable baklava of the world, when we really are looking at the essence, at the pshat of things, at the things that are just important, when we stick to the word, when our thought is fundamentalistic, when we think there is one truth, when we think we get it, we miss the point. And we miss all the other delectable abilities of wisdom and oil and honey and sugar, all the different parts that we can use the wheat with. And like that, our Torah, for those who seek the essence of things, they miss the point. Life is sticky. Life is full of other delights. And the Zohar teaches me, for the first time, that if I just look for the pshat, if I just look for the thing that is the essence of all things, I lose the point. And if you really want to be part of this world in the most fundamental way, you have to make sure that you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That you understand how to mix things with other wisdom, other places, other thoughts, other people, all the different elements. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, and we continue with a nigun, a wordless melody. Right, we're going to blow out the schmutz of the week and breathe in the joy of Shabbos.
La
On page 7 and on the screen, Shalom Aleichem. Come on, let's get going, okay? Because you're really boring me right now. Okay, on page 8 and on the screen, Shiru Ladonai. Everybody get up. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie. Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai. All right. Okay. Get the blood moving. Now we're awake. Nicole was dancing, weren't you, Nicole? Nicole? Dancing. So this is the time of the service where we pass the tzedakah boxes. So we need Nimi S, Jonathan R, Glow T, Thea G, and Ben A. What we do is we pass the boxes because one of the two great spiritual practices, according to Yitzhak Buxbaum, a Hasidic master, is to do tshuva and tzedakah prior to Shabbos. Now, some people may say, but Rabbi, the sun's going down. However, since I'm the rabbi, the Maradatra, I'm the decider of the community, until we light the Shabbos candles, it's not Shabbos. So this comes from a long tradition of mine. It's lasted about 30 years. What happens is the money that we raise here helps the residents to learn how to have fun in sobriety and helps defray some of the cost of everything we do here. So we're very, very grateful. The other tradition that we have here is...
Did it work? No, still no. Hello? Oh, yeah. Okay. Tshuva. So, we have an old tradition that tshuva was created by God before there was first man. Before there was anything, God created tshuva. And the reason why God created tshuva is because he knew that we're going to sin. Because he knew that we needed to sin. Because if we're all perfect, there's nothing to learn. If we're all good, there's nothing to learn. Existence can't happen if we're all good. There has to be tshuva. And that's why God created tshuva at the beginning of the universe, so that we get a chance to perform tshuva and learn and grow. And those, according to Rav Kook, who say that tshuva doesn't exist, really are able to negate the world altogether. Rabbi Heschel, of course, says, and we do this almost every Friday with the residents, the most unnoticed of all miracles is the miracle of repentance, of tshuva. It is not the same as rebirth. It is transformation, creation. In the dimension of time, there's no going back. But the power of repentance causes time to be created backwards and allows recreation of the past to take place. Through the forgiving hand of God, harm and blemish which we have committed against the world and against ourselves will be extinguished, transformed into salvation. So we want and we ask everybody to give tshuva, show tshuva, live tshuva. And we transfer the mic to you guys to be able to do it.
Sophia, where's Sophia? Sophia's going to handle the microphone. Gratitude, tshuva, gratitude and amends, either one, both, whatever. Sophia's got the microphone. You're handing the mic to people. I thought they told you.
They don't tell me anything.
Oh, okay.
All right, I have one over here.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. My name's Josh, and I'm a grateful member of this community. Hi. I have a tshuva and gratitude to make. First is tshuva for never doing this. I guess I've had a lot of gratitude for this whole time I've been here. Been a resident here for close to 11 months, and it's been a journey. I'm moving out tomorrow, and I'm really grateful to everyone here thank you, for supporting me throughout this time. I have my parents to thank. They come like every week, which is kind of cool. They do. Thank you, Laura, for helping support me and giving me opportunity to play music here. It's really special. I also want to thank Lisa and Russell. Since you're here, I know you're not always here, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, having relapsed and then been able to do another 30 days here and just kind of get my bearings, and you helping me through that. I don't think Martin's here, but thank you to Marty, too, for first welcoming me in, and he was like the first person I met when I got in here. Yeah, this place is a very special community. You know, there's not a lot of places where you can learn how to grow and really like recover in a way that's different and unique, and I really appreciate that. So I'll be here probably every week for Shabbat until I get sick and tired of it, which I don't think that'll happen. Really, the only excuse I have not to come is if I move pretty far. So, and even then, I'll still visit. So, Rabbi Mark, thank you for all that you do. Harriet, obviously, you know, gratitude can't really be expressed in words what you've created. And yeah, I really love this community so much. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Hi, I'm Ed, and as most of you know, this is Lori. And it was very nice of Mark to mention our engagement and future marriage. And I just, I wanted to say briefly, this is a gratitude. I mean, both of us, like most of us here, our families brought us here. And 7 years ago, I came here, same as Lori. Anyway, I've known Lori for...
I actually moved here 7 years ago today from Chicago. Moved here.
But anyway, we met in all the adult classes. We were very good friends for like 4 years. So, and now we're going to get married. And I just want to thank this whole place and how great it is.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who makes me feel at home here from the day I walked in, and it's just gotten stronger over the years. And to meet the love of my life, from Chicago to California. Huh? Who would have thunk? Thanks so much.
Hey, Jamie, grateful member. So I'm lucky because my two of my best friends here have had their birthdays a week back to back. Sarah, you're so amazing, dude. I'm so grateful for you. Like, you have been. I probably wouldn't be here without you. So this girl is amazing. Happy birthday, and you're my rock.
John, a super grateful member of this community. I'm grateful I came tonight to see Helen, Jerry, Lisa, Russell, and a lot more people I'm going to talk to after here. I came tonight because I got this email saying that there's no training tomorrow for the marathon. And I'll see, who's on the marathon team? Can you please just raise your hand? That's right. Well, I dropped out when I got ACL surgery December 12th, but I'm back on the team, and I'll see you guys next week at training. So thank you for this member. You guys should go to runningforrecovery.com and support everyone who runners. They got amazing stories. Go to our website and check it out, runningforrecovery.com. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm a grateful member. Hi. There's a lot of really cool people having birthdays tonight, but I want to give a special gratitude for this girl right here, Sarah. Sarah is also a pretty freaking cool person, and I think a really, really incredible example of what this program can give to people. And I just want to tell you that I love you. And Sarah left a while ago, and she's managed to stay connected and stay positive, and she's someone that it's so joyful to see out there living life with her family and raising her kids and following her dreams. And I think the only person that posts more inspirational things on Instagram than me is Sarah. And I just really love you, and I'm really happy to be here with you tonight. So.
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Lois. I'm grateful mom to Josh, who's a resident here. One year ago today, probably a few hours ago, but 1 year ago, I was on a plane flying here to find Josh in the hospital, where these three people, Jerry, Nick, and Jackie, met me at Cedars because I was terrified to go into his room to see him. And I did, and I walked in and was scared, and I said, we're only moving forward. And that's what we've done. And thank you, beyond thank you, to Harriet and Mark. There are no words that I can ever begin to express for what you've done, what you've created, and for the amazing, amazing place that this is. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emanuela. I'm a very grateful member of this community. I want to give gratitude tonight to Sarah.
and to Beit Tshuva in general, because this is the only place that not only allows me to witness miracles in my own life, but in others and in peoples that I truly, truly care about. And, you know, when people are taking a year, we often don't see firsthand the struggles that people go through. We see their cakes and we see them celebrating. But being able to see Sarah from the beginning of her journey has been really eye-opening and beautiful. And I'm going to say something that might embarrass you a little bit, but when Sarah had maybe a couple months sober, she called me one day. She was in her room and she was crying and she was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't leave my room. I can't talk to people. I have nothing to say to anyone. And to see the person that you are today it's such a drastic change. You are so confident and beautiful, and you help others, and to be a part of this journey with you as not only your sponsor but your friend has been so incredible, and I love you a lot.
Hi, I'm Lisa, grateful member of the society, of this community. Hi, Lisa. Hi. I don't know where he is, but I want to say happy birthday to Josh Gatantan. He was one of the first people I met here. He's the sweetest, most loving, kind, generous, brave person I've known since I've been here. Talented, all of the above. And I just love you very much, and I'm really proud of you. I love you. There you are. Okay. Thank you.
And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for so much because it's just joyous. It's joyous to see all the birthdays. It's joyous to listen to the band, and a great band it is. I'm grateful to Glenn and Nate for their new CD, Gigi Nadine, right? Songs from a Rehab. Is it available at the table? Next week it'll be available. You can get it on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon, all the downloads. You can download it. It's really great. I am prejudiced about it because a lot of it's based on teachings that Glenn learned from me. So there is, I just want to be in full disclosure. I'm grateful to, really to the entire staff here. It's an amazing staff. They work hard. And not always appreciated. And I'm grateful to all of you that come, especially those of you who come week after week. It's really uplifting for everybody, for the residents and for everyone else. And I'm grateful to the families who are here celebrating because really you trusted us. Maybe you were desperate enough to trust us, I'm not sure. But you trusted us. And that's a really, it's a very heavy and great honor to have, to be trusted. So I'm grateful that we've honored your trust, and we've honored people's trust for 32 years now. And I'm grateful for Nicole and Jillian, because they're such great. They help me get everything together, and that's not always easy. I think I'm easy, but nobody else ever has. So, and I'm grateful to you, Harriet. I was thinking about it, and every day I watch your outrage. I get up early. Harriet gets up about an hour later. The television's on. The pundits are talking. And Harriet's nuts. Boom. And I watch her, and then she goes down to the gym and watches a different news channel. Oh, same one? Okay, morning, Joe, yeah. And comes back up, and do you know? So she starts off her day enraged. And you're always enraged over principle. You're enraged over spirit. I watch you, and I watch how meanness shakes you to your core. That you can't ever understand how somebody or a group of somebodies could just be mean. You can understand differing opinions and, positions and things like that. But what gets you every morning, what gets you every day is meanness. And deception. Mendacity, yes. And you built this place based on kindness and truth. And because of that, Lois could be happy. Sarah can be happy. Sarah, Joe, all the people taking birthdays, Paul, Ryder, Josh, all of those people and all of us can live lives of meaning and purpose and be in joy. Because you are so against meanness and mendacity. And you don't give up. You counter it with kindness, truth, and love. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with an original by Glenn Goss, Shabbat Shalom. And Nathan.
Shabbat Shalom. We can rest a while, light the candles and enjoy this time with friends and family. Turn your phones to silent. Adonai is calling you to welcome in the Shabbat bride. That's all you gotta do. Say Shabbat Shalom. Forget about that week that we just had. Say Kiddush and Hamotzi, and then we'll dine with you. Let's enjoy this time together. That's all you gotta do. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We can rest a while, light a candle and enjoy this time with friends and family. Turn your phones to silent. Adonai is calling you to welcome in the Shabbos bride. That's all we gotta do. Say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We can dance and smile, light a candle and forget about that week that we just had. Sing Kiddush and Hamotzi, and then we'll dine with you. Let's enjoy this time together. That's all you gotta do.
Okay, we need the birthdays to come up over here.
יזכור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשיר היום, וזמר לשיר היום. יזכור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשיר היום, וזמר לשיר היום. בבוקר חסדך, למען קבלתו. בבוקר חסדך, למען קבלתו.
I have no more stories.
One more story.
Okay, so
All right.
maybe there's one more. No, it's an interesting thing. This whole sense of the Shabbos bride and welcoming and going out to the edge of the town and this, what it is it's joy. Think about it. You've worked all week. Anybody here have a tough week? Hard week? Anybody here have a joyous week?
Yes.
It's the end of the week. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to go to the edge, stand in the middle, and at about 7:20 on a Friday evening, I'm able to know that, you know what? Whatever this tough week has been, it's done. And just like we welcomed the new members in, it's brand new. And if I've had a joyous week, then at 7:20, I realize, wow, I've had such a great week. I can't wait for what the next week is going to bring. So this is all about joy. And there's nothing more joyous to me than dancing in the Shabbos bride to God Doidi. Let's do it. Everybody up.
Cry
Okay, turn towards a doorway and welcome the bride of Shabbos, or a window, or whatever. Okay, we need the birthdays to come up to light the Shabbos candles, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushano b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechad likneh Shel Shabbat. I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Strong, but you needn't prove. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne. She cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name, but if I did, well, really, what's it to ya? There's a blaze of light in every word, It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. 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 I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
That's Devin K.N. There's another Devin K, so we have to add the N. Great job. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Nate. So this week's Torah portion is Mishpatim. Mishpatim is, the literal translation is justice or judgments. And it's usually referred to as social ordinances because everything in this parsha is about how to live together. Covers a lot of different things. So there's an interesting few things that I just want to point out because you know me, I'm always intrigued. In chapter 22, it says, "You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress them, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall not ill-treat any widow or orphan." Then we go to chapter 23. Now, this is how to live together. I mean, they're strangers. We're citizens. Why in the world would God care how we treat those immigrant strangers? I can't imagine that would matter to God. But here it is. It's right in the text. So we have to pay attention. All God-fearing people of faith need to pay attention to this verse in the Torah. Then it goes on. You can't carry false rumors. Don't join hands with the guilty to act as malicious witnesses. If somebody is guilty, if somebody is lying, we're not supposed to join with them and help them lie more. Can you imagine that? I mean, what kind of world is this Torah looking for? Thank God we live in the United States of America. I'm going to get in trouble. I can feel it building. Then it goes on. When you encounter your enemy's ox or ass wandering, you must take it back to him. When you see the ass of your enemy lying under its burden and would refrain from raising it, you must nevertheless raise it with them. I have to help my enemy? I'm supposed to beat my enemy. If my enemy's ass is on the ground, I should be beating it, not lifting it up. Can you imagine lifting up your enemy's ass? That's the animal, of course. Then it goes on to say, you shall not subvert the rights of your needy in their disputes. Keep far from a false charge. Now, this, I want you to know, seems very un-American in our current times. Do not take bribes, for bribes blind the clear-sighted and upset the pleas of those who are in right. I mean, really. We just lifted sanctions on companies that the Treasury Secretary has good friends with and common interests in. Do you think that bribes could blind the clear-sighted? Then it goes on to say, you shall not oppress a stranger, for you know the feelings of the stranger, having yourselves been strangers in the land of Egypt. So, as many of you know, I never talk politics. I only talk about the spirit, the spiritual essence of it. So what is this? We were strangers in the land of Egypt. Now, this is right after the Jews got out of Egypt. The Israelites got out of Egypt. Think about this. You can't oppress a stranger because you were strangers in the land of Egypt. But we were slaves. We were oppressed there. Yeah, but they took you in. As I look at our current situation, and I think about the wall, I think about the millions of Jews that could have been saved in World War II. But the government of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, decided to oppress the stranger. We know what it's like to be the stranger. We've been a stranger in every land we've lived in. Even in Israel, we're strangers. But seriously, we have to help even our enemies. So if we have to help our enemies, how much the more so do we have to help people who come to us in need? Whether it's at the borders of our country or it's at the doors of Beit Shuvah, or it's at a food pantry in West Hollywood. Yet, too many of us are still trying to get ours. You can't subvert the rights of the needy. Listen to that line. The needy have rights. So, it is no longer a crime, according to Torah, to be poor. Maybe our Congress should read that. Maybe all these good, God-fearing people, these fundamentalists, these evangelicals should listen to what the Holy Book says. Because to be in recovery means that I cannot hate my enemy. I cannot oppress a stranger. I have to remember that when I needed help 30-some years ago, there was a rabbi in prison who said, "You're one of my own. I could never cut you loose." And when I needed a job, there was a crazy broad that said, "Okay, you can come to work." Just speaking truth. Think of how often we walk by somebody and don't even acknowledge them. Somebody walks across the street and somebody's walking towards us and we cross the street because we're afraid. We have a beautiful tradition here that says how to live together. No bribes, no oppressing people, welcoming strangers, helping our enemies. Think about how different our world is when we live like that. We have a tradition. We have a way of being that so many people miss because they want to be global, tikkun olam and all this, or they want to be the peshat, the literal, and really you have to see the whole picture. So I'm grateful that that crazy broad hired me 30-some years ago. I'm so grateful that Mel Silverman said, "You're a Jew, you're one of my own." I'm grateful that the doors of this place have never said, "Oh no, you don't have XYZ, so we can't take you." And I'll be eternally grateful when our country realizes that all of us were immigrants, that all of us were strangers. And when our country and the people in it realize that the first person they have to get to know is their own inner life, inner being, and in that way reflects out and sees the inner calling of another soul, then we'll never need the Messiah to show up because we'll have brought that era. Shabbat Shalom. Please rise for the Borachu.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch et Adonai Amevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated and join the cantor in the chanting of the Shema. Found on the screen or on page 33.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'alko Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'alko Yisrael.
your life till the day you die, no regrets. Dwelling on your past is nothing but added stress. You can't take back all the wrong things you've done. I promise that's a battle that will not be won. Focus on the now, focus on the present. Focus on yourself, be an impactful presence. Be that change that you really want to be. Hey, I know that's cliche, but can you really blame me? If you help those around you, yeah, help yourself too. Come on, you love me, and I'll love you. We'll walk this path together one day at a time and say goodbye to the streets, say goodbye to the crimes. You are my family, and this is our home, baby. You know how it goes.
Okay, and on page 67, I asked those who are saying Kaddish in observance of a yortzeit or the year of mourning to please rise. I also ask everybody to be quiet as we say the names. We say yortzeits for Gwyn Korowitz, Abraham Massler, Pearl Bass, Norma Martin, Roberta Poland, Betty Gluckstein, Jack Barenfeld, Ruth Kay, Louis Colton, Saul Allen, Arthur Hellhor, Herman Slatkin, Sylvia Slatkin-Reese, Ruth Ziegler, Al Gold, Sylvia Kuhn, Frida Zwas, Marsha Leibowitz, Richard Schwartz, Maury Bihar. The Year of Mourning for Meredith Baskin, Patricia Beckerman, Richard Block, Tricia Dinser, Bobby Dorn, Sylvia Feldman, Steve Katz, Dwight Keys, Jody Labov, Rachel Machbitz, Chuck Maltz, Brett Nadler, Isaiah Negretti, Ed Praver, Dee Dee Quinn, Gene Redstone, Tyler Shamash, Erwin Shapiro, Michael Shapsis, Michael Sayelski, Phyllis Tell, Lester Trackman, Alice Weiss, Hannah Wilson, Donna Zivick. Together, Yikadal, V'Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'Yalma, Divrach, Yerutei, V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon, V'Yomechon, V'Chayei D'Chol Beit Yisrael, V'Agalah, V'Zman Kari, V'Imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam Olamei Maya, Yitbarach, V'Yishtabach, V'Yitpahar, V'Yitromam, V'Yitnasei, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudisha b'rechu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran b'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Ramav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens and welcoming in the high heavens send comfort to all who mourn. And let us say, Amen. Okay, it's time for the birthdays. Birthdays, come on up. Nathan.
All right, here we go. No, you're good. Just go ahead and read it. All right, we're going to start at the top of the page here. O Lord, my God, I cried unto you, and you did heal me. O Lord, you saved me from the peril and kept me alive. Now we're going to do Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hagomel lechayavim tovot shigamalani kol tov. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who bestows good beyond our deserving, and who has dealt graciously with me. Everyone at the bottom of the page. Mi shigamalchem kol tov, hu yigmolchem kol tov selah. May the one who has caused you good always bestow goodness upon you. Amen.
Okay, so because we have so many, we're doing the same thing. Everybody stand in a line. Who do you want to hold the cake? One person. You want something from your family or something? Okay. Anybody. Okay, how about you? Oh, my husband. Come on up. Doesn't matter. You have to blow it out. Juliet, come on. Mom? Ryder's mom, come on. Lois, come on. Who? Flo, okay. Ariel. All right. All the cakes, all you guys, you're going to hold the cakes for the people. Bring out the cakes. Like a traffic cop. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you.
You're first. Yep. What? Oh yeah, everybody's got how many minutes? 2.5 minutes, and then we dance you off.
Hello, my name is Paul. I came to BTS in 2013. I'm an addict and a drunk. I'm also a grandfather. I became a grandfather this week. And I have photos here if you want to see them. You know, but I have limited time, so I'm not going to pass them out. But if you want to see them, they're up here. Okay. And it was a baby girl. Her name is Goldie. Yeah. Now, I'm dedicating this to, this is the year of the woman, but more precisely, the moment is the moment of the human race. This is the moment of the human race, not just women, the human race, although women are a very integral part of this, okay? Yes. Now, I met my wife Juliet here at Beit Teshuva. She's sitting down there somewhere. Yeah. We met in the lunch line in the other, when it was in the other room, we met in the lunch line. I got up the nerve to talk to her, and I asked her what her name was. I said Juliet, and then she asked me my name. I said Paul, and she said that's not a very Jewish name. And I said, yes, it is, because I'm confrontational. Anyway, I'd like to point out that women have been a very important part of my recovery here. And for you people who are newcomers, you might, think that I was just kind of, looking for something, but that's not what happened. So, Laura, where's Laura? Laura Bagish. Laura Bagish was actually the first person here that came to me and said, hey, you need to do stuff, and why don't you come and sing in the Perm Spiel? And then she's like, why don't you sing in the choir? And then I was in Freedom Song. So I did a lot of stuff because of Laura. She got me going. And as a result of that, I started doing what I do, which is build stuff. And I built this pedestal. I built that palace rock over there. I helped facilitate this beautiful mapach. And that tzedakah box in the lobby. Is that getting emptied, by the way? Okay, good. So Laura was very integral to me. And in that same Saturday, it was Shabbos here, and we went over to, where did we go? That congregation over there. Yes, Valley Beth Shalom, thank you. And it's a more traditional kind of thing going on there. So when it came to the Amidah, I put my... No, come on. Come on. No. I'm going as fast as I can, I mean, come on. I'm trying to elevate women here, and you're telling me to shut up. What kind of message is that? What kind of message is that? Valley Beth Shalom, and I was doing my Amidah, and I was davening, and I was shuckling, I was doing all that. And when I opened my eyes, there's 3 women in front of me, okay? There's Shira Fox, Shira Friedland, and Chazan Goldman, all standing in front of me, and they were like, where are you from? Because nobody davens like that around here, nobody. And they brought me in, and I was doing Torah service after that. The women! All right, I'm just real quick. There's some men here too that are here in the congregation that I'd like to also shout out to, and that would be Dr. Friedman, who also pulled me out of the mire. Right, you pulled me out of the mire when I needed it, and Glenn. Glenn's been one of my favorite people and love buddy here. And oh, I forgot Harriet. So Harriet's one of the women around here, of course. Harriet's like one of the women. She's one of the women, and she also, when I told her I was marrying Juliet, she said, "Did you fuck?" And I was like, "All right." Well, what, that you don't like? All right, you know what? That's all right. I'm not coming back, so don't worry about it, okay? I'm not coming back because you know what? This place has no sense of humor, All right, here's the pictures of my granddaughter.
Hi, I'm Joe, grateful member of this community. A little nerve-wracking talking up here, so I decided not to prep anything until I got up here. But I'm getting up here for 2 reasons: to show my gratitude to Beit Teshuva and also for the newcomers in here. I came here 2 years ago, no skills, that could help me in life. I mean, I was on the streets from 13, out of school, out of my parents' house, and what I experienced here it gave me a life. The staff here, I'm still close to them. I took my counselor as a sponsor. I have staff that are here that are like sisters and brothers to me, and Rabbi and Harriet really facilitated all that. This place has a special blessing to it. I have an amazing life. Stable, normal, which is the first time in my life, and I really owe that to Beit Teshuvah. So if you're new, what was different for me this time is I dropped my ego and I just listened, and it worked. Thanks for letting me share.
My name is Sarah, and I'm a grateful member and heroin addict. I am so beyond grateful to be a member of this community. My life before coming into Beit Shuvah was full of self-imposed difficulties and complications. I was a product of the treatment cycle. I had gone to 30-plus rehabs before being blessed enough to have the opportunity to experience Beit Shuvah. Living at Beit Shuvah this last year has changed everything for me. I have a new perspective on life. Today I have value and purpose. I am filled with gratitude. I came into Beit Shuvah very lost and broken, and I was able to repair those pieces in my spirit through the connections to God and to others. I really want to extend my gratitude to Rabbi Mark and Harriet for this life-changing place. I don't count Beit Shuvah as one of the 30 treatment centers I went to, because it isn't. This is a real community of loving, encouraging, supportive people, and I have you to thank for my sobriety in my life today. Donors, thank you for allowing a place like this to exist for the people who want to change their lives. My treatment team, Claudia, Dr. Friedman, Tara, Nanette, and Rabbi Mark, you all provided me with a safe space I needed to grow and didn't allow me to get away with shit when I started letting higher and lower truths defeat me. I want to thank my parents who have been there for me even when they felt hopeless and wanted to give up. Your support means so much to me, and I love you guys. My brother, who I started building a relationship with this year, and my family who came here tonight to support me. My friend Edward, who came tonight, you have been there for me from the beginning of this journey and never gave up on me, even in my worst moments. The friends here I made at Beit Shuvah, you guys have become my family, and I feel so blessed for each of you. My sponsor, Emanuela, who has been a remarkable spiritual guide and friend. You took me through the steps and opened my eyes to a solution that I now trust and have the ability to take other women through this work. I am very grateful for my sponsees. It has been such a blessing to see the growth that has transpired in each of you. There is so much power in human empathy and understanding, and it feels amazing to be a part of this altruistic movement. Lastly, I want to thank God. Without my connection to Him, none of this would be possible. This year has been truly transformative. Thank you all for celebrating my birthday with me.
Hi, I'm Ryder, grateful member. All right. I'll try to make this brief, so please don't give me the music. The days leading up to learning about Beit Shuvah were an absolute mess for me. I was actually working right across the street at a furniture store there. On my final day, I showed up to work drunk. I passed out on a pile of carpets, and I was bleeding through my shirt with cuts on my arm from the night before. My dad came over, and I was marched across the street right here, and I met Ryan. Ryan is a amazing, awesome, kind person. He sat with me there for over an hour and a half, talked with me through my tears and drunken haze of the day. I barely remember what we talked about, but it definitely made an impact on me. I still wasn't sold, but I knew I couldn't afford rent the next month, and I needed a break from life. When I first came to Beit Shuvah, I was broken, no direction, no ambition, just absolute anger and darkness. My first service here, one of the birthday speakers mentioned that this was a magical place and it changed them, so I thought, great. I'll just hang out here until the magic takes over. So I chased girls, I killed time, and I said everything that I knew I was supposed to say. And when I relapsed 3 months in, all I could think about is what the hell happened to all that magic? Over the next 11 months here, I learned what that magic was. Time and opportunity. Time to find yourself, your path, and discover who you want to be. And the opportunity to take everything you learn and turn it into a life that you never thought you could have. The magic doesn't just happen, but you have everything you need here to make it happen. I want to express my gratitude to my family for making me get help and supporting me all the way through, to my counselor, Blake, for pushing me to do things that were uncomfortable and showing me an example of the type of man that I wanted to become, to Mikael for being an absolute pillar of strength and great advice through a lot of tough times I had, to my sponsor, Penn, for taking me through the steps and being one of the smartest people I've ever met, and to Beit Shuva for giving me a home and changing my life. Thank you.
I'm an addict and a grateful member of this community. My name is Sarah. I'm really grateful to be here tonight. First off, I want to thank Rabbi Mark and Harriet for the opportunity to come here. I want to thank the donors who make it possible for people like me to come here. I don't want to forget anyone. Brittany, thank you so much. I really appreciate your friendship, and I love you. One of the greatest things I got from being at Beit Shuva was a friendship with Brittany. I want to thank all the team, Darren, Nan, everyone. I really, really appreciate all that I learned when I was here. Really briefly, I won't talk long, I promise. A little over 3 years ago, I was homeless, living in Palm Springs. I was pregnant with my second son, who ended up being born addicted to heroin. I lived outside in a park with my now husband, and I thought that I could never get or stay clean, and I had the opportunity to do so. My husband and I separately got clean. We went to treatment. We did all the things we were supposed to do. I started going to school to be a drug and alcohol counselor. I got a job at a treatment center. I did all the things, the meetings, the sponsor, the step work. And then a little over a year ago, I was hospitalized, and I took prescribed pain meds. And when I walked into that hospital, I had no desire to use. When I walked out, I was completely strung out, and I couldn't stop. My husband did the best thing that he could possibly do, and I'm so grateful for. He kicked me out, and he wouldn't let me come back until I went to treatment. And thank you to my sister, Jen, who made it possible for me to come here as well. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here today. And through it all, I'm so grateful. I want to say thank you to my parents for never, ever giving up on me through all of the treatment centers, through all of the failed attempts, through all of the lies and the stealing and the pain. I can't imagine what that's like. And I really want to thank my husband, who is my best friend. And, this last year's been really hard. I had to resign from my job at a treatment center. This last year, I've basically been waiting to see when they would take me back. And I rework the steps. I go to meetings. I'm very active in Narcotics Anonymous. I have a spiritual community. And one of the greatest things I learned here at Beit Shuva is that community is one of the most important things. And that's what I found. And I found what I had here, and I picked it up, and I did the same thing when I went home. And I just want to say I'm really grateful for my family, for my husband. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for kicking me out. My husband just celebrated 3 years a few months ago. And I just have to say one last thing. This place is unlike anything I've ever seen. I, too, unfortunately, did the rehab run where I went to pretty much every treatment center in all of California. And, I was saying on my husband on the way up here, I've never, ever seen a place where I look at the birthdays and the emails that I get, and there's so many people that I came through this health with that are still clean, And unfortunately, there are those ones that have not stayed clean, and they've died. And there's 3 of those that I went through the house with who died because of this disease, and that's important to remember. And if you're new, just remember to hold on, like we say at the beginning of services. It sounds corny, but it's true. I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful for what happened to me, because I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Oh, wow, this is nerve-wracking. All right. So, hi, my name is Josh Lee, and I'm a grateful member of this community. I would like to thank Miss Harriet for the dream that you had that became a reality. If it wasn't for her caring heart to help others, I wouldn't be here. Rabbi Mark and Miss Harriet, thank you for allowing me to learn and also grow to become a person that I was meant to be. Rabbi Mark, you had told me once that I shouldn't try to fit in and be someone I wasn't, but to belong to something that accepted me for who I was and who I am. Being here has taught me that if I can't love myself, I'm always going to end up where I was before I got to Beit Teshuvah, which was jail. My addiction was gambling, and I used gambling to escape the hurt and the pain I was going through, but mainly because of my sexuality. Not dealing and accepting my true self caused me constantly to get in situations that led me to jails and prisons. I was unhappy with who I am, and I was afraid that society wouldn't accept me. So I became the person I never wanted to be, but got used to that lifestyle. But I have learned to love and be the person I am today. I am happy to say that I'm gay, and I'm proud of it. To all the staff and residents, thank you for supporting and accepting me for who I am. I'm glad to have a community, and I will always be truly blessed and have a family and a home to always come back to after my stay here. Beit Teshuvah has truly saved my life, and I will always be very grateful. It gave me the confidence to know my true self-worth, the strength to chase my dreams, the ability to know how deeply I am loved, and also that I do matter. And to my best friends, thank you for always being there for me from the beginning until now. You have been my rock and my support.
I'm Josh. I'm a grateful member of this community. This is crazy because I never thought I needed to get sober because I never thought I was an addict. I always thought I was too smart to be an addict. Of course, smart people don't inject meth and ketamine and miss their veins. So about a year ago, the universe kicked me in the balls, and I was in the hospital almost dying. My parents flew out, and they were complete warriors fighting for me, and they hear of Beit Teshuvah, and they come to see a service, and they come back to the hospital, and they're like, this place is amazing. They sing and they rap. And they showed me a video of, I think, Justin, it was you rapping, and I was like, hell no, I'm not, this place is a cult. I am not coming here. No. And then, of course, Rabbi Mark came to visit me the next day, and the first words out of his mouth were, so I hear you're a fucking asshole. And that landed with me, and I liked the way he dressed, so I said, all right. And it's been an amazing, wild ride. Rabbi and Harriet, thank you will never be enough. You guys are lighthouses in the dark storm that the lost souls, where we are. So thank you for that. To Creative Matters, you guys give me so much purpose and joy, and I love working with you guys. To my treatment team, Clint, Mikhail, Rebecca, and Iggy, I'm including you in this one. You guys put up with a lot of my terminal unique snowflake bullshit. Thank you. There were so many times I wanted to leave here, and you guys made me stay, and I'll be forever grateful for that. To the donors, you guys rock. You guys save lives every day, and that is badass. Thank you. To the residents, you guys are my knucklehead misfit family. You guys inspire me. You guys get on my nerves. I get on your nerves, but like it works, and it's this awesome family. And you guys, I want to be accountable to you guys. So thank you for the past year spending it with you guys. To my family, wow, I love you, and I'm sorry I was such an asshole for such a long time. And to my friends who have been with me throughout my addiction and from day one in the hospital, I wouldn't be here without you guys. Your forgiveness and compassion was everything to me. And lastly, I just got to drop a couple names. Richie, Ben, Dominic, Amy. You guys made sobriety attractive to me. I met you and I wanted what you guys had. And you inspire me to be the best version of myself. And I can only hope that one day I'll be able to inspire somebody who's struggling the way that I was. So thank you guys very much. I just want to say one last thing. Addiction is a motherfucker, and so is denial. But connection, community, and vulnerability are stronger, and that's what this place has taught me. Thank you.
For those of you turning in for the first time on live stream, I want to just welcome you all. This is not the way they do services in most places, I must admit. So we want to remember those who are ill, too. With this much joy, we know that there are still those who suffer, and so we want to say, Mishaberach, Mishaberach Avotenu B'Imitenu, Hu Yivarech V'Rapeh Cholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal. Please put out the names. Kodesh Baruch Hu, send them a complete healing, a healing of the body and a healing of the soul, and let it happen right now. And let us say,
Amen.
We're going to sing it? Okay, Talman.
Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah Hu Yivarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim. Avraham Yitzhak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah Hu Yivarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim.
So many good things happening. Wait a minute, right? We're in announcements. We're going to do announcements, then we're going to do Ziva Zimras, okay? So, go ahead. All right. We have a bridal gown sample sale this Sunday from 2 to 4 prior to the Super Bowl. What can I tell you? And on February 7th, this is really important, okay? There's a community resiliency training at 6:30 on February 7th. We're going to have a special presentation from security experts of the Jewish Community Federation Security Initiative. It's a basic situation awareness course, and it's designed specifically for congregants and parents. So if you want to learn more about really how to deal with all the craziness, etc., it'll be a fascinating and informative evening. Our marathon team, we need help with the marathon team. Please go to, as Jonathan said, go to runningforrecovery.com, and you can sign up and support our residents and the community members. This Tuesday, our adult education continues. It's going to be on Musar Calisthenics for the Soul and taught by chaplain Deborah Schmidt. And we want to thank the sponsors, Ryder's mom and Ryder. Thank you, Ryder, for sponsoring Shabbos. Josh, your parents, and David and Sarah, Mom, Dad, and Rich, and Joe. Thank you. Thank you for sponsoring Shabbos. So, for all of you who heard, okay, I mean, besides on a funny thing that happened on the way to rehab, also the truth is that we need money. You know, I say it every week and everything like that. But what you heard, I don't think any of the people paid $15,000 a month that stood up here. And it happens because we raised the money. It happens because you all support it. It happens because you're partners in life saving. And so anything you can do to help us, we're always very, very grateful. And we have a golf tournament coming up, and we have a lot of things happening. But please, please, please don't sit on the sidelines. Don't opt out. Thank you very much. Have a great Shabbos. Now we're going to do Aziv Azim Rasya.
All right, so how this works, we're going to split the room in half. We're going to all sing together as one, and then once we get through one time, I'm going to start on the left, you're going to join me, and then Laura's going to do the other part. You're going to join when the B section comes in with her. All right, here we go.
Everybody please rise for the Kiddush. Here you go. You want to do the short Kiddush?
Sure.
Okay, we're doing the short Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Now grab a piece of the collar, a piece of somebody who's got a piece of the collar, but
Watch where you grab that piece. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Good Shabbos, everybody. Residents, let's turn the room around so we can serve dinner. Thank you. Good Shabbos.